What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you, always.
Up first, the myth from the United States.
This bout is scheduled.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
Words are cheap.
Right. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Good counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights. Nice counter. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
If you are on the losing side of this fight and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be. So you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he gonna do? We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
You got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work.
And there's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Tried to score with a jab. And he scores with the counter. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Getting back into this, you're better than this kid. Go back out there.
Nice round, good round, I like that, I'm happy. You were smart, you weren't...
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
But don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right just misses. It's all offense all the time. Beautiful counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. Hey, those punches add up. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up now, ring away, you walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
I like to welcome everybody out to the samurai. Indeed. Here we go, one side.
There's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. How about the offensive firepower on display? That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Good round, you feel...
Listen, you've switched off. What are you...
Jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss them. Great.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing?
Back into the fray here in round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not clear. Be sharp.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You'd like to see more jabs. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Nice counter shot. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Great round. Now relax, relax.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. And he just...
Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Let's go out there.
There's the bell to start round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punching. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
That hook won't score. Beautiful counter punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. No rest for the weary. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I love that. I love that. The jab's slick. Just keep him on.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round.
He's still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab.
Listen, you switched off.
And there's the bell to start round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, well, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Misses with the jab. Punch, counter punch. Catch and shoot. Defense is not an option for these two. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Back together. I need you to switch back on. Get
Good work. That's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. Just
okay. Now you're switching off. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win.
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell for round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Throws the jab but does not score. Throws the jab but it doesn't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. He missed with that jab. That counter shot lands. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
Unanimous. You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.